Hey yo, over the last decade, I've been hosting a radio show based out of Portland, Oregon called Welcome to the Neighborhood. Bringing up the very best from the Northwest, literally worldwide. In hip hop, funk, soul, R&B music. But I've also had an opportunity to have some pretty amazing interviews with some dope artists. Now look, I know everybody doesn't tune into my show every Saturday night. So I decided that I would bring you some of these interviews. This is a new piece called WTTN Guests Revisited. I'm gonna bring you right here on this channel. So we're gonna kick it off with a dope interview that I did with an amazing artist, Sa-Roc. We recorded it after she had recently released her first full-length project on Rhymesayers Entertainment titled The Sharecropper's Daughter. It's a really good interview, not because of me, but because of Sa-Roc. She's a dope MC, for real, for real. So check it out, man. Crazy interview. Sa-Roc on WTTN Guests Revisited. Yes, y'all. XRAY FM, welcome to the neighborhood. Your guy DJ Cliff, super excited to have an opportunity to chop it up with someone who I have become a fan of. Has a new project out that, well, you know that because you've been hearing it right here on XRAY FM. Help me welcome the Emcee Sa-Roc. What's good?
What's going on?
Man.
Glad to be here virtually.
Right, 100%, man. Listen, I truly have become a fan of your music. As an artist, it's just I ain't gonna lie, I'm fanboying out just a little bit having a chance to chop it up with you like this.
Oh wow! I mean, I appreciate the admiration for my work, but I'm glad for the opportunity to just chop it up like regular folk.
Right. So off top, man, you got the new project out, The Sharecropper's Daughter. Yep. It is 15 tracks, not a skippable track, which is always that's always a good thing.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Got a couple of guest MCs on the project, but they definitely add to. But man, just such a good project, man. I know you've been working on this one for a while, though, right?
Yeah. We started in 2018, working on it because we dropped the first single Forever in February of 2018. But it definitely was a work in progress because it was really special to me. So, it took a while for me to, kind of pull the songs out, edit and re-edit and include songs that I really felt like concisely told the story that I wanted to tell, and shared what I wanted to share. So, we think about the labor that goes into art, and we, kind of sometimes use the trite term labor of love. It indeed was that, because it's almost like you're giving birth in a sense. And when you truly care about, the art, you really want to make sure that articulates your voice and your story in the most accurate way, in the most compelling way. And then also that it slaps too, you want it to sound good.
No doubt.
So we took our time with this one.
That's what's up, man. Chopping up with Sa-Roc here on XRAY FM. Welcome to the neighborhood. So I was, as I delved into your career, I realized I'm a little late to the party because you've been making music for quite some time, and I really got turned on to you really through Forever. I think that was the first joint of yours that I heard that I associated with you. Shout out to Cosign, my people at Cosign who made that happen.
Bow.
But I heard Forever and was just so taken by a couple of different things. So as you said, when you're making music, it's definitely got to catch the ear. The production was definitely on point. Your lyrical style, man, is just so hip hop, and I just really love it. So when it comes to stylistically, the way that you write, the way that you rhyme, what are your influences?
I'm influenced a lot by the beat. I let it lead me in terms of cadence and tempo, rhyme pattern, like, and then just energy of my flow. But yeah, and it really just kind of dictates, because I use my voice like an instrument. It really dictates how heavy I want my voice to be. If I want to scale back some, if the song is more reflective and all of that. But I love figuring out different ways that I can, use that I can flow, because I'm influenced by, or some of my the people I have the greatest admiration for as MCs. They run the gamut, from 3000 to Black Thought to KRS-One. So they're people with like that articulate really well. And also, someone like Three Stacks, he varies his flow as well. So I just like playing around with my voice, use it as a tool. And it's really important for me to like be, extremely punctuate all the things that I really want to be heard, and just to be as creative as possible when I approach a track.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say that's definitely what comes across. I'm gonna tell you another thing that I got after hearing Forever, and once again, delving into you as an artist and what you do. You make music that, like, you listen to a song and then you rock with it for a while. And for me, it's cool because the music that you make, I can always go back to. You know what I'm saying? I can go back and listen to it. Because like you said, Forever dropped in 2018. But you also make music that makes people like want more. So I was waiting on the album. I ain't even gonna lie. Just anticipating what you were gonna do next. So then you dropped Hand of God was the next single you dropped, right?
No, actually, Goddess Gang was next.
Goddess Gang was next. Okay. Goddess Gang came next, and then the album came. And like I said, man, it's just like not a skippable track. So I always like to let artists know joints that I rock with, because then it lets you know like which joints the people are gonna be hearing a lot on the radio show. So Rockwell's America. That's one when I heard it for the first time, I was like, okay, that's definitely going to be staying in rotation. You got Styles P on that joint. Like, talk about how that connect came.
The Locks has always been dope to me. Just kind of like they're really gritty, like their storytelling, like the street. Their the way that they envisioned lyrically, what they experience, in their environments, their stories were always really dope to me. And they all have like these really unique voices, which is dope. But I had kind of got more aligned with Styles, from afar, because, all the stuff that he was doing with his juice bars, Juices for Life. And, I saw like kind of his transformation and his commitment to like community and, wanting to raise awareness about health and, in Black communities. And so we met for the first time in, what was that, 2019? Yeah, in 2019 at this panel in Seattle. We both work with this organization called Hip Hop is Green, which is an organization that seeks to use hip hop and its artists to raise awareness about plant-based eating in communities that are traditionally neglected. In terms of awareness, in terms of having access to fresh, healthy foods. Dope. Anyway, so we were on a panel, speaking to young people. And then afterwards, we got a chance to just kind of connect and talk and chat. And we had kind of, he had heard of me through other people, through Thought and everything. And, I relished meeting him, but it wasn't until after I'd written Rockwell's America, I knew I needed to add something, because I had completed it in my mind, but I was like, something is missing, like we need to add somebody to that. Yeah. And I was like, he would be perfect for what the sound is, for what the story is, for what the messaging of what this is about, just having your own experience as a Black person living in America. Yeah. which is vastly different from this idyllic perception, hence the title Rockwell's America. It's a nod to Norman Rockwell, who portrayed like these like picturesque portrayals of America, and often with white subjects, until the little black girl who integrated the school in Arkansas. Right. But anyway, so I thought, who best? Because that track was really gritty, and I thought that he would be perfect to add on to it, and he really was, and he rounded out really well.
No doubt. Chopping up with Sa-Roc. Yo, can I keep you for another break?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this, y'all. We're gonna cut to this joint, man. We're gonna cut to Rockwell's America. Come back and chop it up some more with Sa-Roc right here on XRAY FM. Welcome to the neighborhood. All right, so yo, check it out. We're gonna take a little break right quick, man. But I told you it was a dope interview, right? I'm gonna bring you the second half of that interview in just a minute. But I wanted to take a minute to reach out to everybody who's been reaching out to me. Everybody who's been trying to figure out ways that they can support what I do with DJ Cliff Productions. There's a bunch of ways you can support. The first is just tell people about it, man. Tell people about the Welcome to the Neighborhood radio show. It airs every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, currently on XRAY FM, straight out of Portland, Oregon. If you want to, you can download the XRAY FM app on your favorite app device, whether that be iTunes or Google Play, whatever the case may be. And that way you can take me with you wherever you are every Saturday night. The other ways that you can support is just by spreading the word, man. Tell people about it. Tell people about the Welcome to the Neighborhood radio show. Of course, tell them about the Cliff Notes podcast, available everywhere you listen to your podcasts. Obviously, we can get dope content just like this. You can also support by supporting. You can hit up the Patreon /DJ Cliff, DJ KLYPH, and make a contribution. You know what I'm saying? It goes a long way in me bringing you more dope content just like this. If you want merch, I got merch too. Check out the DJ Cliff website, www.djcliff.com. So yo, hit me up and let's make this thing grow. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the second half of this interview with Sa-Roc, WTTN Guests Revisited. Yeah, y'all. Music from Sa-Roc, Rockwell's America, from her latest release, The Sharecropper's Daughter. Okay, so dope track. Another track that I really dig from the project, the joint Deliverance, and dope track. But I'm an old head, man, and I'm a huge Spit Kicker fan, especially De La Soul. The Pos and De La reference, that was not lost on me. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Right?
Because I put things and I'm like, who's gonna pick up on that?
Was not lost on me, man. Really dig that. But like I said, so many dope tracks on here. You got Black Thought on here. But one of the things that kind of going back to Forever, that song is so cool. I really appreciate when artists find ways to be real, open, and vulnerable, and like just real personal with the music that they make. And I think that we see that throughout the project, but especially I feel like on Forever, man. Just being that vulnerable, is that challenging? Is it therapeutic? And then, what feedback do you get from people when you share your story and maybe some things that others are struggling with or dealing with?
It's all of those things. And it's both challenging and therapeutic. I use music as a way to kind of heal my own wounds that I've amassed over the years, as we all have.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like kind of necessary, because when I write about things that are important to me. Mm-hmm. It's not even really super duper like intentional, like I'm gonna make this song that talks about loving yourself or whatever. Yeah. It's just what the music pulls out of me and what I'm feeling at the time. Yeah. And I think the time that I wrote Forever, like I was just really reflecting on like just like this social media culture where so many people are kind of influenced to feel less than, mm-hmm. By comparing their lives to these heavily curated and Photoshop and airbrush, examples of people's lives, and feeling like they fall short and feeling like they have to measure up to these standards of perfection that are really artificial.
Yeah.
And I remember feeling that years ago. I remember feeling like, less than worthy, not valuable, not important enough to be listened to or be heard or be bold enough to take up space.
Yeah. And
after years of me working on that and achieving a space of self-acceptance and self-love, like that, just kind of reflecting on that, I was like, you know what, I want to write something about that. I want to write something about, this whole idea that, I woke up like this, flawless. Nobody
Right.
wakes up flawless.
Right.
Like, and someone has to be courageous enough to say that, and to say that and say, I don't wake up flawless, but I'm still the ish anyway.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned to see the beauty in who I am and the light inside of me because of all of these things, all these scars and scrapes and bruises that they make me who I am, a better, a more beautiful and valuable person. So anyway, writing songs like that, I'm never quite prepared for the reaction that I get because it's so personal to me, because it's just literally an extension of my consciousness and my experience that I'm, writing on paper.
Yeah.
And when Forever came out, I had no expectations, but when I received the feedback that I got from all types of people, from people who, I didn't expect to have, who could relate to my experience of like self-harm and stuff, or like parents who were like, oh my God, thank God my daughter, is, cutting herself or cut herself, or women coming up to me at shows and like baring their arms and showing me like their cuts. Like that was our language. You know what I mean?
Man.
And like having dudes, in the front row singing just as loudly as, the women, they'll be like, yeah, my girl loves the song, but they be singing just as hard, just, but I think that's important for us all to hear, we all in some way or another are being told that we don't measure up.
Yeah. And
it's important for me to have these messages of empowerment because of those things, when we internalize that, they manifest in very unhealthy ways. And this album that talks about generational trauma, and our being transmission of these behaviors and these patterns and these things that we have internalized and how we transmit those to the next generation. It's about like addressing these things so we can stop that transfer of this pain and these feelings of inadequacy. But so anyway, it's really important for me to create from the heart. And I love being able to use, because hip hop is such a powerful vehicle and just a way for me to like flex all of my creative muscles to really just show another perspective of what an artist can be, a hip hop artist can be. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. Chopping up with Sa-Roc. And that's you said it a couple of different times, man. And I think that's one of the things I so appreciate about the art that you create is you do use your voice so much as an instrument. And I think that, when we look at historically, we look at some of the foundations of this genre that we love called hip hop. That was such a part of what MCs did, was use their voice as an instrument. I mean, came up a big Run DMC fan, and the fact that you could have MCs capture an audience over such basic production, and it was because of what they did with their voices. And I think over time, some of that's been lost, and the voice gets lost in the production. But I feel like what you did, one of the things that you've done with the music that I've heard from you, is you find this great balance between your voice as an instrument and the production that you rhyme over. So kudos for you, to you for really representing, I think, hip hop in such an amazing way, man.
Thank you. I've had some good models.
Word.
You know, I've had some excellent models so I am thankful to them, and I'm thankful for the people who laid the foundation for me.
Word.
So yeah.
Word up. Chopping up with Sa-Roc. So speaking of production, see, I see like this segue. The entire project was produced by one individual,
except for one song. So Messiah did the entire production except for on Deliverance. That was produced by Evidence and I'll Be Smooth.
Oh, word. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
The album is released on Rhymesayers, and this is your first full length project released on Rhymesayers, right?
Yep.
Big fan of the label, man. Big fan of Brother Ali.
Yeah, that's my brother.
One of my favorite albums ever. The MF Doom Food project is on Rhymesayers. Got the Northwest Connect Boom Bap project released on Rhymesayers. Just an amazing label, and to be a part of, artists and MCs who do such an amazing thing, man. It's such a great, to me from the outside looking in, it feels like such a great fit for you. Is that a sort of a good
artistically, I think because I don't fit like into this kind of mainstream, I guess, interpretation of what hip hop is, this commercialist interpretation of hip hop.
Right.
And they are like a boutique label that allows artists to just be creative. Yeah. You know, it's less about, the commodification of the art and more about like letting the artists just do what it is that makes them them.
Yeah.
So I needed that freedom because, for the entirety of my career before joining up with them, we had the luxury of recording in house and releasing when we wanted to release and doing all kinds of quirky, themed out space age projects that were completely, self-led and conceptualized by us just on, so to have a label that supports that and, supports that for, all of its artists is really dope.
No doubt. Chopping up with Sa-Roc, talking about her latest release, The Sharecropper's Daughter, available right now on Rhymesayers. Yo, last thing, I'm mad because before things got shut down, I had an opportunity to see you do your thing live, and I slipped, and I did not attend, man. You were on tour with Rhapsody. You were up here in Portland, and I missed it. And the homie DJ OG1 was the opening DJ for the set. So he's starting to post all these pictures of taking photos with Rap and taking photos with you. And I was in the spot pouting because I missed it, man. So,
oh man, we gotta hurry up, open things back up. Hopefully things will normalize soon and we can get back out there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking. And I'm telling you, when y'all come back to Portland, I will definitely not miss it again, for real.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah, that show was crazy too. All the stuff on, I love, the West Coast, Northwest, all of that. The energy is just different. The respect for like real art is really, isn't it, in those areas. So I just love performing out there. So I can't wait.
That's what's up, man. Chopping up with Sa-Roc. The album is available everywhere right now. You can get it wherever you stream your music. Yo, Sa, if people are trying to connect with you, if they want to just stay in touch, what's the best way for people to stay up on what's going on in your world?
Social media. I'm on most of the social media joints. I'm on Club and y'all. But but Instagram, Sa-Roc the MC, Twitter, Sa-Roc MC, SAROCTHEMC, and then on Facebook, I'm Sa-Roc, SA-ROC, and then anything me related, you can go to saroc.com.
Word. And you got some like if people want to support tangibly with some merch, with some material, you got some things available?
Yeah. We got a nice little selection of things, for Goddess Gang.
Word.
Some of y'all who want to rock Sa-Roc directly. We got the hoodies, all of that. So, and wax, which is so dope to me. This is my first wax.
Yes.
My first project on wax, which is just means so much. Like my connection to music was formed through wax and albums.
Yeah.
And so like to have that, and it's a beautiful piece of art. It's just, it's really cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I have not made my purchase yet, but I will. And I do this publicly so people can call me out. I will be purchasing my vinyl edition of this project because it's definitely well worth it. And I think it's definitely a project that's going to stand the test of time, for real, for real.
I appreciate you, but nonetheless, I appreciate you for supporting the music and giving it spins, because that's how real music continues to thrive.
Say that, no doubt. Sa-Roc, the Sharecropper's daughter, available everywhere. Listen, man, like I said, I'm fanboying out. I so appreciate you spending some time with us here on XRAY FM. Listen, I want to go to another joint, but I'm going to have you hang on the line if you would for just a minute. But again, thank you so much for being on the radio show with us tonight, man. XRAY FM, welcome to the neighborhood. Sa-Roc, much love, man, for real, for real.
Thank you. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace. All right, y'all. Let's get into another joint from the project, The Sharecropper's Daughter, right here on XRAY FM. Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, y'all. Thank you so much to Sa-Roc, the MC, for coming through. Welcome to the neighborhood. What more do I need to say, man? A dope interview once again, just because of who she is and what she does. So honored to have her, as a neighborhood resident. So this is it, man. This is WTTN Guests Revisited. I'm going to keep bringing you more great content like this right here on this channel. Stay plugged in. Remember, share, like, subscribe, rate, do all of that, man. Let people know what we're doing here. And once again, don't forget, man, support the movement. Patreon, DJ Cliff. All right, y'all. Till we have an opportunity to do this again, y'all be blessed. Well, I should probably let you know, this beat right here, you know what it is. Once again, produced by the homie, Theory Hazit. All right, y'all. Peace.